All right. Uh, Good evening, guys. So first of all, give me a second. I just wanna activate the enhance, like denoiser. I wanna activate first. So now it's okay. So here we go. So we are on live. So today we are back with another topic, uh, dental branding and brand marketing. And today's topic is a very special, and for, like, if you are a solo dental dentist, a practice owner, uh, you are thinking to like start your uh, solo practice. So here, like, I'm going to share with you some of my perspective of, uh, like, from the design angle, that how leveraging like design thinking, how you can like uh, design a strong brand, and you can also have a better make a better decision, uh, like like in business in general as well. So yeah, so although business and branding, you know that, uh, both are like different, and different strategy and different thinking. And today basically that we are emphasizing on strategic part. So you may notice and observe that, like, everywhere people are like talking about, in generally the business world, in the branding world, with any kind of professions, that there is something that you need to first discuss about the strategy. So here just we just uh, going to like dive into this topic, that how having any strategic thinking and strategic structures or process, following that approach, that how um, it gives a practice, a dental practice specifically, that gains so much benefits and clarity in terms of like positioning a business, a sustainable practice, and maintaining the growth. So that's all that we are going to like today, um, just a little bit of a roughly that going to like share with, from my experience. So I haven't done like made any like structural way, just I took this topic that I just want to share with you some of the key aspects or key points that should focus on. So before I dive into this topic, so you know, I'm just going to like uh, give you a little introduction about myself. So my name is Shubhrata Dash, and I have a like branding agency, like you may notice that Bella Sign and Communication. So there we uh, speak a lot about uh, dental and healthcare brand building and strategy and design things. Even we try to like speak about the marketing in general. So we saw that branding and marketing, that the correlation we can feel. So the like our branding agency, like it is focus on design, on like covering that part as well. So the marketing and branding part we are going to cover. So mostly we are going to emphasize on our design part and branding part, because which is our unique strength or unique proposition, let's say the creativity So that's what that we are going to talk about, and how that when we emphasize on design things, that how we can actually leveraging this design thinking, uh, implement on like businesses that brings us like sustainable growth. So I can see that someone watching, Sajit brother, hello, কেমন আছো তুমি? uh, okay, so let's dive into that. So if I am not uh, if I am not wrong, so I just given you my introductions that my name is Shubhra Dash and I'm running my branding and marketing agency, that Bella Sign and Communications. So uh, it is like a um, dedicated business idea for the mm, like dentist, and for their practice, so how they can like um, get the best services or best service possibles in order to like building a sustainable practice, and any kind of design and marketing and support that they would require, that Bella would be the happy to provide that guidance and support. So since I um mentioned you that we are going to like speak about the strategy thing, so let's just break it down, the think the strategic take the strategy word, right? So why it so matter, like say that everyone everywhere that you can see that talking about more oftenly, and it's like an overlook a word like in the branding and marketing in general, right? So why like dentists and the practice owners that should also consider to think about having any strategy before like starting in practice, right? And before you design your brand. So this is where that actually the clarity part and the challenges part and the dream that outcomes, it's we actually can bring, right? And there we discuss on a strategic part, uh, let's say that whole uh, concept and the whole idea and the whole um, like vision for the practice, and that's really give you the um, clarity to think about your business, that where it is going to move or where it is going to positions, like where you are heading towards, and like creating a direction, right? And it is like kind of way that you can define the action plan as well, that how it will like perform, right? And before you like uh, um, implement, or before you like uh, how do I say it? Let's say that exhibit it, right? Launch it. So you need some form of like the materials, the elements. Let's say on the business part, there are several things that it you need to consider. At the same time, that you also need to consider on the branding part, brand development part as well. So these are the things that when you have that, you see the clear way that where your brand is going to move. So this is a process. Let's say that it's all about, let's say you are thinking about a practice, dental practice, and starting your business. So you can start like without thinking about like say the brand, but somehow you are like following that unknowingly. Let's say that you are giving your brand name, right? And the naming is a kind of a big strategic part when it comes to positioning a business, and that's a part of like a branding. uh, right, so whether you are intentionally or unintentionally that you decide to start your business, so you practice business, so you start unknowingly like thinking about like branding perspective. So when it comes to like designing that things, so we take this little further like a one step like more deeper. So that's where like as a designer we bring so much uh, information, so much data about your, it's a process. Let's say that all I am expressing here and trying to explain that when you have a business or a practice without branding you can like do this, but when you face some form of like challenges, and then you will see that there are some form of marketing and promotional related problems. So there you will require to have some form of branding or marketing materials. Branding is kind of way to like creating those marketing material, right? Let's say just you want to create a your practice identity, you have given unintentionally the your practice name, right? So when you go like that, you feel like that your business it is not promoting and it is not gaining the recognitions and gaining that the attractions to the your ideal patients, and the location you are right now it is not, it's remain unnoticed, right? So there you faces various challenges which you can define that marketing challenges, right? So here I am just not like trying to express some things that I am like have so many years and I am an expert. I'm not going to like say like this way, rather I'm just sharing all of this since I love like working with um, dental uh, professionals and dentists, right? And healthcare professionals. So I love my work and I love to like talking with my ideal patients and ideal clients. So I just trying out to like spread my energy and what I am up to, like sharing the progress. Let's say just a few minutes, no, few like half an hours ago, I posted my design work, right? So last couple of years, like I found that uh, not having a like a strong voice myself, I was not growing right enough. So then I realized, oh okay, then I need to speak with my ideal clients and in order to build relationship and connection, right? So it's really matter. So with that sense that I'm just trying to share all of my experience. Let's, and today I, you know, that we are talking about that is strategic part. And yeah, so being said that you can like you have a practice, right? You knowingly or unknowingly that you intentionally or unintentionally you set a brand name, so you business name. So when you want to take it further in order to promote your and your practice and presence, so it's a matter of like the whole thing is there. When you try to like take this one step ahead, then you just need to think about patient centric way that it creates connection with your patients and the community. At the same time it builds trust and it shows your expertise in the way that you represent your brand to them, and your story that going to resonate with them, right? So I'm going to like some of the core aspects and key aspects of here, that when it comes to like having a great business strategy, right? So you know your business most, nobody can like understand this better, but having a like clear vision or a clear mission for your business is an like an advantage. It's an I would say an competitive advantage. And many practice owners, even the dentists say, I have, when I work with them, so I found most of them, let's say, that don't have idea about their practice vision and mission. So what make them what cost them for like not having that vision and mission? You know that it's a journey, right? You know that when you have a big vision, it's a decision, not only as a like clinician or a dentist, but it is also an entrepreneur decisions, that where you want to take your practice to the next level. So having a vision, it's, you know that where you are moving, and the uh, and where we will be, you want to see after certain years, right? And the mission, it seems that it tells that to your um, like ideal patients and the audience, that why you exist, right? So it gives a meaning, it gives them a resonance, right? So that you know that we are human beings. So it's all about, let's say, that when we are on business and brand strategy part, it is all about like we try to figure out that human connections, and we are digging into the psychological fact that we can define. Obviously we have a like entity, the in order to like having some documental and paper work, there are some sort of rules obviously there. But when it comes to like creative play or like business in general and branding in general, so it's like in psychological aspects, that it depends mostly on realize the success. So it's that we need to like speak more often, and we need to like define, and when we speak those things on those situations, and we create a round table discussion, so we got to like we have to like bring those questions, like when you have that strategy, like a workshop, like a procedure. Let's say that you have a clinical procedure there, as a designer also have a procedure, a framework, that a method they he will follow in order to like define your business. Let's say that your business is, it is designed for like profit, right? So you have to like have a, you, if you have that the number in your mind that you are aiming for, and the goal, and you have that advantage earlier, right? And more quick, you know that, and it will give you the more urgency and more clarity, that what kind of action that you are going to take, you need to take, you would have to take. So yeah, so the vision mission things, and you know the your so you're talking about the business strategy part. So you know that, right? And then you know the your number, and now it is time to like looking at your competition too, right? You know that it's an competitive place, and everywhere you cannot escape this, right? Competition is everywhere. And how do you like stand out, right? And the business, when you do analyze this sort of your competition as well, you research your market, then you find so many ideas, and then you find so many challenges as well. And you see that already people are established in the, your competitions are established in the market, and they are doing great. Now you just need to move them right to your clinic and your practice. So how do you do that, right? You cannot fight with them in physically, but the tools is like, it is in branding. And branding in general, you can like visually, verbally, the your elements, and the strategy is the your base foundation. And you take all of this, that every actions, you know that your business goals, right? And you know the challenges. And when you have a like branded strategy, visual and verbal, and the system, so then you like take clarify all the messages, the people, the patients, and the audience that you want to attract. So when you specify, the more you specify, the business is a game of like any specification. More you like can specify your audience, specify your avatar, customer like avatar, and their personality, their desire and their dream look like, and the experience you can more quickly can grab, then more quickly it will more like give them an idea that you are directly speaking to them and their pain points, right? And it will like creates trust like instantly, right? So, and the connections that's really matter. So these are the like general business things that when you like uh, things, the another thing that you can consider also, that when you are researching your market, you see your competition, and you can also write there, there's someone like try to position themselves through their expertise, right? There are like different kind of, everyone have their expertise, so it makes some form of like experience they want to create. And there are so many like your patients might have different kind of patients you have targeting, the ideal patients, so they have a like less capacity to spending money, right? And like affordability. And so then there, if you like filter that out and you can target like that way, that would like give you like position you like uh and keep you like one step uh ahead. So you can also like filtering that out, and you can minimize that, and then you will know that their um, s- spend affordability, like, so you can position your brand like your practice like cost effective, right? So how you like create this pricing structures, just understanding them, right? And though like you have experience to other experience too as well, and your expertise as well, and what kind of practices you do, that there are like small details things as well, it has that you know. So when you know that, that you can actually can more specifically position yourself. Let's say that someone has a good understanding, that someone is specialized in like general dentistry. So in, if you are a solo dental practice owners, that you see that in the competition there are many general practitioners. If you have an additional skills, let's say that you have surgery skills as well, oral surgery skill as well, so you can actually position yourselves, and that it will shows your unique propositions, unique strength, and it is your strength. And then it is going to find you craft masses like clear way targeting your avatar. Then it might be an advantage for you to like converting more patients and drive more traffic, and eventually you can increase your profit, right? So the revenue that you are targeting, and the patients that every month that you are want to try targeting. So these are like another approach, that how you like reach out to the reach out and promoting your practice and get more patients. So these are like another like different approach and different uh, set of like requirement, I would say, that different project as well for business in general. So basically that we are talking about today, business strategy. So the pricing can be a factor, a differentiator factor. How do you like price your practice, price you, and like packaging things up, and how you create that offer, right? So yeah, that these are the things that you can consider when it comes to having a business strategy. And I know that you have that clear when you like make this all clear documented, and you know that, and then it makes much easier to create decisions, right? And then we will move on to the like, let's say that you need to promote your brand and promote your market your brand. And how do you like market that? Every business is on this planet that they do promote their brand, and they have sort of like um, approach they follow, and the branding is like kind of every businesses, every practices needs branding, right? So how do you like do this branding, not just in generic way, but how do you do this, how you will do this, and how you position this. So all of the business strategic part, if you can share with your designer, so designer will analyze this, and designer will also has a he has an every designer brand developer has a strategic formula in order to like having a strong brand, in order to like visually and verbally, internally and externally, so that it is like creating a culture. It is not about like not designing for like for your practice as well. It is for scalability and growth matter. So when you expand your practice, you will like add more associates, even you will more team member in your practice. So there, like let's say that I see that most of the people there creates an culture gap, and the communication gap, and the perception gap, right? So how do you communicate with your internal team, internal uh, create an internal positive culture? So you're branding that when you know you clarified your vision mission, and you know that the brand values as well, and the way that you on strategic part, a brand strategic part, you also define the personality, the way that you communicate, the tone of your voice, and these are the things that when how, if you are like welcoming or not, and you are like very professional, but you are so serious about your practice move. Some people, some practices are, let's say the dentist are so like conservative, and some of like shows them very formality, some are like very friendly, but some are very professional, right? So these are the things that you need to like personality. It's like a bigger part when it comes to like shaping brand and building brand. When you like showcase them and represent your brand like that angle, I think that the communications and the understanding and creates the cultural bonding even more easier, even more simple, even more like attractive within the team. And I believe so that if you like can design a brand, you have even people would also feel influenced to join on your mission, to join on your brand, to work with, you know that everyone loves to working with brand. And because of that, they will be valued. They know that they are going to value it, and they are going to also uh, they are also going to like they concern like the team, they basically concern they are going to get paid at the right time, even the high um, uh, high salary. Let's say that everyone expect that when you have a good brand, and you know that it's your employees and your team, it has also the great impact. So when you employees can also bring more attention on your practice, and they can uh, contribute to like word of mouth, some form of like branding to other people, right? So they can also bring more potential patience, and it will spread your brand recognitions and brand reputation, hold your brand reputation, right? So it's all about like thinking about like to minimizing your conflict within your internal brand or team when you have a when you define your personality. So it's really matter. So having a brand, it's like it's give them that extra advantage of not to like telling them, not to like suggesting them. When you have that guideline, that the manner, the behavior, certain behavior, so it gives them a sense and gives they can also uh, part of this that culture, part of this manner, part of this behavior. So when as a leader you know that guideline of your brand, and it gives instantly a sense of like they also started to act like the same way, right? So you can avoid like conflict, even you can encourage, it's massively encourage people really your team really loves to like having your brand, and your brand certain like if I say that there are touch points people would love to like wear, and they also keep a part of your brand lifestyle. Let's say that I can see some comments there on. uh, Let me read out loudly. Krishna Das, hey bro, what's up? Yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm just today speaking about like brand strategy and business strategy. Okay. Your smile said that you want bring a change in brand. Yeah, as usual, you know it. Um, yeah, I'm just trying. I'm trying my best. I don't know that how I could it would be possible, but definitely it is more aligned with my mm, intention. It is aligned with my mind, and definitely it's a way of thinking independently. It's a way of growing independently, and it's a way to find our deepest peace of mind. I genuinely believe, because it's also create like relationship, right? So when you we truly want to express our authentic self to the world, it makes whole difference, because we tend to like follow the trends and the norms and the like conventional way to like uh, doing work, job, and any kind of things that as a human being we often like don't ask ourselves that the infinity, the limitless of thinking, that possibility, the creativity, the power we have, and the potential oftentimes, most of the time. So we don't allow ourselves, and that's how we maybe certain age, after certain age we see that we haven't followed our calling, we haven't followed our heart, that actually what I was worth about and I know about myself. It is most challenging part and difficult part as a human being, understanding our true self and following our true self. Okay. Yeah, just I'm just expressing. I just saw your comments and I thought I got little time, since my another passion is that you know that everyone has their potential and everyone have some sort of skill sets, and that some form of value they can offer to the world, but somehow most of them are still remain invisible because of they have not a strong voice. Yeah, yeah, it doesn't mean that they have a perfect voice. It means to say that having a courage to speak, having a courage to follow mind, having a courage to make mistake, and having a courage to be vulnerable, and that's what that I can uh, describe you in short. So I want to read out like your next comment. One day you said to me that anyone can be a businessman. but not a brand. Yes, of course. Yes. You if you like observe in your society, you will see that everyone is brand, everyone have a business, but you when it comes to like what kind of business and what in it, it comes like trust, like understanding the person that you can trust, it creates that gap, right? So brand disclose, brand like bridge this gap. So you actually showcase not only your like the service and products, but as a human being, you express your values, express your personality, and share your story. And when you share your story, it bridges the gap, and it gives a meaning, and it gives a connection, right? The story is so matter. And we are human being, until we don't know the persons and the story behind of his journey or her journey, it will like uh, remain uh, like the connection will not create the authentic way, right? So that's why it's powerful. And the branding business, it is like booming. And not it is not a business, it's like a humanizing process of thinking, the structures and the method that follows, it is to humanize a business, right? And setting and writing down all the masses that you are going to speak with. Let's say that we are talking about the dental industry and the healthcare industry. So it is that for those that we are trying to build a brand the patient centric way, there are so many ways. The simple communication way that we can use, that not shows as what the doctors that has the capacity, but it creates the communication, the right connection with the patient, right? So he can see that you are addressing their pain points, and you are inviting, look very inviting, and you uh, have that capacities, and the brand it shows reflects that values because of the different uh, like creative approach, the art and design combination there. So the art here, I just want to also add here, art isn't like expression of like love, art is an expression of connection, and telling stories the best way. But art, when art branding is kind of like art and design is a scientific way that is used in like um, forming a brand and humanizing a business, right? So I just wanted to like elaborate on your comment that you um, said here, that one day you said to me that anyone can be a businessman but not a brand. Yes. So now brand is like a big thing. When you have a brand, let's say that I have a brand, I have a business, all right? So I don't think that many people know about much people are know about my services, and much people don't know about my business about. And but as a personal brand personally, but they know that when I share my works, when I share my face, even I talk about the branding things, so everyone has their different interest, different um, work. So when they talk about, when they try to like build a credibility, so when you like start to speaking about those things, people started to notice you as well, that you are trying to build your brand. And it's not like a overnight process. It takes time and effort. It's a long term process. And when we target specific people, a specific group of people, a specific industry, it makes more much sense to us that uh, we cannot solve. Why I'm telling this? Because we cannot solve everyone problems, right? And every different problems, every industry, right? So having a like specific people and that you are talking, it gives much better connections, it gives much more it creates like interactions, right? Interactive as well. So yeah. Okay, bro. So we want to like get back to our topic. Let's say that we are talking about like the branding strategy and the business strategy. So business strategy, mostly that you know that where what is your vision, mission, right? And you want to price your service. You want to analyze your competition. Let's say when it comes to like building your brand, and then you analyze your competition, right? And you define set of values, and you share your story that disclose to your audience, disclose your ideal clients, that why you are matter for them, and you are directly speaking to them because you know their pain points and their concerns. So yeah, I think we are almost half an hour spoke about these things. I know that I have might missed some points, but definitely I would love to like help you out if you are a slow practice owner or a dentist like thinking about to start your entrepreneurial journey, and you are like building your brand and identity. Then I would love to share my experience, share my knowledge. I will drop my booking link, and you can grab this opportunity, book an appointment, and we will look at your current brand. If you have, are, if you are um, that it is not um, like getting enough um, response, like enough result, so we can also look at that. So it's going to be an awesome chat, so I'm just inviting you. So book this link, and we will talk about more details and follow. And if you want to like support me, because this is my job, I love doing it and I love showing up every day, and might be helpful for the doctors and dentists that who they are thinking about to like start their solo practice, right? So feel free to like would highly appreciate you to if you like share this, and they will get benefits at some point, at some level. So today's sessions that was for now, that's it. And I wanna mm, close these sessions, and I will be sharing more topic, more insights tomorrow. I will get back to you. Till now, stay safe, fun, good night.